shit to me. I will ride with you. I will walk with you through your process if you allow me to. But I will no longer allow disrespect. I believe that the climate was established for the Ari Spears situation. He's watching the show as a fan like everybody else. The climate had already been established. The established climate was fuck with this light-skinned nigga. Because he takes it. He's Mikey. He can take it because he been taking it. Oh, I guess that's the nigga to fuck with. Goes back to how I set it up in the beginning about radio. Radio taught me to let the leader lead. That's not my show. Let the leader lead. Follow the leader's example. But if the leader cast you in the light of weakness, if the leader casts you in the light of some fugazi bullshit ass nigga, then the guests that come on that motherfucker will also see you in that light and think you're supposed to take what the leader has dished out. I'm no longer doing that. I'm no longer doing that. The reality is, the responsibility for the Ari Spears situation is a three-pronged space. Three-pronged. It's a three-headed monster, a three-headed dragon. Chiefly, it's on me. I shouldn't have went at that brother, period. I should have got up, left. I should have walked away. I should have just got up and walked away. I didn't do it, and it was a spiritual demotion for me. I'm the leader of that three-headed monster. But when you create a climate that says, you can disrespect this man, the guests may come on and say, so can I. Three-headed responsibility. And the chief responsibility is mine. The other responsibilities are ancillary and tertiary. But the primary responsibility is mine. The primary responsibility belongs to me. The buck stops with me. Yes, I'm intelligent, but that's not something to be envious of. Yes, I'm articulate, but that's not something to be envious of. Just because somebody is articulate doesn't mean that they are contextually intelligent. The higher the intelligence, the more nuance to the conversation. The less there are declaratives. This is a definitive fact. The less you hear that. The more intelligent you are, the more there is pliability and flexibility in your conversation. Wherever you hear rigidity and black and white thinking, you're listening to an idiot. Someone who is not well read. Someone who lacks context. Let's talk about being broke. I've been broke my whole life. But I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy. My 2-year-old granddaughter is talking already. I'm wealthy. She calls me Grandpapa. Hi, Grandpapa. Hi, Boo Bear. Came in the house one day, and she was sitting on the couch. And as soon as I walked in, she said, shh, shh, shh. I said, hi, baby. She said, shh, 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 be quiet. Don't talk to me. Be quiet. I said, oh, you being snippy. You being You being bad. Okay. So I walk in the kitchen and I pull out a Popsicle. She hears the wrapper opening. And what she tells her daddy, she says to my son, she says, I'm being good. See, that was her catchword because I always play the Popsicle game. You got to be good if you want a Popsicle. You got to be good if you want a Popsicle. So she hears the wrapper opening, and then she looks at her daddy and says, I'm being good. I'm being good. And I walk in with the Popsicle. She says, Papa, can I have a Popsicle? I said, you weren't being good. She said, yes, I am. I'm being good. Can I have a Popsicle? I said, ask your father if you can have a Popsicle. Daddy, can I have a Popsicle? He said, yes. I said, but you got to be good. You can't talk to Papa like that. You can't talk to me like that. You got to be nice. You got to be good. She said, okay, I'll be good. I'll be good. Can I have a Popsicle? I said, yes, Mom. That's where my wealth comes from. I may not have the money, right? I ain't got no bread. I may not have the money, right? I may be broke, but I'm wealthy, right? My daughter has healthy boundaries because I've been with her entire life. I lost what I believe to be my twin flame relationship because I chose my children. And I chose my children in a disingenuous way. I was lying, but underneath I was afraid that I would be like my father if I chose the woman that I was with from 2005 to 2011. I was lying. I felt like, damn, you're going to be like your daddy if you choose this woman. I didn't understand that if I told the truth, I probably could have integrated the family. She probably would still be with me today. But it wasn't meant to be. So I poured into my children. So when I see my daughter and she has